Good morning all of you and welcome to today's class. Today we will be discussing a few numericals from the topic diffraction of light. Okay, so our first question. A slit of width A is illuminated by white light. For what value of A does the first minimum for red light of wavelength 650 nanometer fall at an angle of diffraction theta equals 15 degree? Okay, so here we are discussing the diffraction at a single slit, and we have the slit with a width A. It is illuminated by white light. So for what value of the slit A does the first minimum for red light of wavelength 650 nanometer fall at an angle of diffraction theta equals 15 degree? So this is the question. So here we have to discuss the condition for first minimum, isn't it? So we have the general expression, that is A sin theta, the path difference must be equal to n lambda, or you can say 2n into lambda by 2, both are same. So here we have, for first minimum means n equal to 1, isn't it? So I can write A is equal to lambda by sin theta. A equal to lambda by sin theta. Now the values are there. Lambda is 650 nanometers. So 650 divided by sin 15. Okay. So you will get the answer in nanometers. We can convert it into meters or in micrometer, millimeter, anything, because the width of the slit is very small, isn't it? So you can find the answer, and this is the procedure to do the numerical. Once again, since it is first minimum, you have to take the expression A sin theta, path difference must be equal to n lambda. Here it is first minimum, so n equal to 1, so expression will change to A equal to lambda by sin theta. Substitute the values that is given in the question, and then you can find the answer. Clear? Moving to the second question. Red light of wavelength 6500 angstrom from a distant source falls on a slit 0.5 millimeter wide. What is the distance between the two dark bands on each side of the central bright band of diffraction pattern observed on a screen placed 1.8 meter from the slit? Okay, so once again we have the color red light. It is having a wavelength of 6500 angstrom. So first we can write the given data. The wavelength of red light is given 6500 angstrom, or 6500 into 10 raised to minus 10 meters. Clear? Then we have to find the distance between the two dark bands on each side of the central bright band of diffraction pattern. So now you may be getting the idea. What is to be calculated here is the distance between two dark bands on each side of the central bright band of diffraction pattern. That is the distance between the two minima on either side of the central maximum, the width of the central maximum, that is 2x, is to be calculated, and the screen is placed at a distance of 1.8 meter from the slit. That is capital D is given there, that is 1.8 meters. 1.8 meters, and also the width of the slit is given, that is A. The width of the slit A is equal to 0.5 millimeters. The width of the slit A equal to 0.5 millimeters. So these are the given details. So here for the first dark band, you have the expression, that is the angle of diffraction you can find by taking the expression A sin theta is equal to n lambda. A sin theta equal to n lambda, or a theta. As theta is small, you can take sin theta as theta, that is sin theta is equal to theta. So expression will change to a theta equal to n lambda or theta equal to n lambda by a, isn't it? Now you have derived an expression, that is x by d, x by capital D must be equal to lambda by a. Okay, from that figure, please picturize the figure, and if you have figure with you, please keep it with you. And x by d is equal to lambda by a, and from this x you can find x is equal to d lambda by a. Okay, d lambda by a, and you are asked to find the distance between the two dark bands on each side. So from the central point to first dark band or the first minimum, the value is d lambda by a. So if you want to find both on, that is on each side, if you want to find, the expression will be 2x. Expression will be 2x, that is 2x is equal to 2d lambda by a. 2d lambda by a. Clear? Now you can substitute the values, that is 2 into d is 1.8 into lambda 6500 into 10 power minus 10 divided by a is 0.5 into 10 raised to minus 3. Millimeter should be converted to meters, that is 0.5 into 10 power minus 3 meters. So this is your expression, and now you can find the value. Clear? You understood the question? It's direct substitution only. First you have to check the conditions and then substitute the values, because this expression already you have derived while we are discussing the width of central maximum. So you can directly move to this expression, no need to take this step and all. This is just for your information, I wrote this step. So you can move to this value, and 2x you can find by substituting the values. Clear? So answer you have to find, just substitution I am doing here, calculation you have to do. Okay, hope it is clear for you. Shall we move to the third question? Okay. So our third question is, a parallel beam of light of wavelength 500 nanometer falls on a narrow slit, and the resulting diffraction pattern is observed on a screen 1 meter away. It is observed that the first minimum is at a distance of 2.5 millimeters from the center of the screen. Find the width of the slit. Again, direct question only. You have a beam of light having wavelength 500 nanometers. So you can write the data, lambda equal to 500 nanometers, or you want to write in meters, that is 500 into 10 power minus 9 meters. Okay, now it falls on the narrow slit, and you can view the diffraction pattern on a screen which is 1 meter away. So capital D equal to 1 meters. It is observed that the first minimum is at a distance of 2.5 millimeter from the center of the screen. So what is this 2.5 millimeter? As it is x, isn't it? That is from central maximum to that point. X is equal to 2.5 millimeter, or 2.5 into 10 power minus 3 meters. Clear? Now you are asked to find the width of the slit, that is A should be calculated. Again you have the expression x by d is equal to lambda by a. X by d equal to lambda by a. Then you can directly move to a equal to, what is expression? Is d by x into lambda. D by x into lambda. You can substitute the values. D is 1 meter, so 1 into lambda is 500 into 10 power minus 9 divided by, what is x here? X is 2.5 into 10 power minus 3. 2.5 into 10 power minus 3. Clear? So again direct question only. Find the answer. Substitution I have done here. You have to find the answer. You will get the answer in meters. Okay. Hope it is clear for you. This is a textbook question. Completed. So we'll move to the next question. So our question is, a parallel beam of monochromatic light of wavelength 6000 angstrom is incident normally on a narrow slit of width 0.3 millimeters. The diffraction pattern is observed on a screen. Calculate the angular separation between the first minimum and the central maximum. Okay, so here you have a monochromatic light and light of wavelength 6000 angstrom. So first you can write the data, that is lambda is equal to 6000 angstrom. Okay, you can convert it into meters, that is 6000 into 10 raised to minus 10 meters. Then what is given? This width of the slit is given, that is A is given, which is 0.3 millimeters or 0.3 into 10 power minus 3 meters. This is the width of the slit. And you can obtain the diffraction pattern on the screen. So first question is, you have to find the angular separation. Okay, angular separation between the first minimum and the central maximum. First minimum and the central maximum. That is what should be calculated. Since it is angular separation, you have to find the value of theta. Okay, that's the question. You have to find the value of theta. So you can move to the first part, that is n is given here because first minimum only. So n, you have the value n equal to 1. N equal to 1. And for the first minimum, again our condition you can write, that is a sin theta equal to n lambda, or since the angle is small, a theta equal to n lambda. So what is theta? Theta is n lambda by a, and the value of n you have, so n becomes 1, it will be lambda by a. So the expression for theta is lambda by a. Now substitute the values. You have the values, right? So you can substitute here as 6000 into 10 power minus 10 divided by 0.3 into 10 power minus 3. Clear? So you will get the value for theta, that is the angular separation. Clear? Angular separation you will get here, which will be in radians. Okay, so try to find the answer. Substitution I have done here. Now the second part of this question is the first maxima on both sides of the central maximum. The first maxima on both sides of the central maximum. So our condition, you know the conditions. So be clear with the theory, okay? Then only you will be able to do the numericals. So condition is a sin theta is equal to 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2, or a theta equal to 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2, isn't it? If theta is small, this expression will be as if theta is small, the expression will be like this, and from this theta you can calculate, that is, what is the value for theta? Theta will be 2n plus 1 lambda by 2a, isn't it? Now here also it is first maxima, that is n equal to what? 1. So 2 into 1 plus 1, that is 3 lambda by 2a. 3 lambda by 2a. Okay. So this is the value for the for the theta, that is the angular separation you are finding. So theta you got. Now you can substitute the values. Okay, one more thing, that is this is the expression for theta, and you are asked to find the first maxima on both sides of the central maximum. If it is on both sides of the central maximum, again one more theta will be there in that lower portion also, isn't it? If this is the upward one, lower portion also there. So you have to find 2 theta. Okay, so angular separation can be calculated by using the expression 2 theta. That is 2 theta will become 3 by 2 lambda by a into 2. Clear? That is 3 lambda by a. 3 lambda by A. Now you can substitute the values, that is 3 into 6000 into 10 power minus 10 divided by, what is A here? A is 0.3 into 10 power minus 3. Okay, now we will be able to find the answer. So read the questions properly, okay, then you will be able to do it well. This is also a simple question, just to if you know the theory well, you can directly substitute the equations, that is the conditions like this: theta equal to lambda by A, then for maxima theta equal to 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2A, and it is on both sides of the central maximum, so you have to write it as 2 theta, then you will get the value. Okay. So next question. A beam of light whose wavelength is 4000 angstrom is diffracted by a single slit of width 0.2 millimeters. Give the angular position of the second minima. Okay. So here the wavelength of the light is given. It is 4000 angstrom. It is diffracted by a single slit of width 0.2 millimeters. That is, the width is given as A, which is 0.2 millimeters, and it can be converted, that is 0.2 into 10 raised to minus 3 meters. Also this is 4000 into 10 power minus 10 meter. Okay, now you have to find the angular position of the second minima. Okay, so since it is minima, A sin theta is equal to n lambda, you know that. So A sin theta equal to n lambda, and the values will change to A theta equal to n lambda. Okay, theta you have to find, that is n lambda by A. In this question, what is n? N is 2 because it is second minima. Okay, n equal to 2. So theta is equal to 2 into 4000 into 10 power minus 10 divided by A is 0.2 into 10 raised to minus 3. 2 into 4000 into 10 power minus 10 by 0.2 into 10 power minus 3. So you will get the answer in radian. Clear? Just a change in the order, that is n changed to 2, that's all. Okay, so read the question properly and then substitute the values. Okay, so our next question. A slit 4 cm wide is irradiated with microwaves of wavelength 2 cm. Find the angular spread of central maximum assuming incidence normal to the plane of the slit. So here the word is angular spread. Okay, don't get worried because the angular spread is equal to what? 2 theta. That is the angular spread of central maximum. That is same. Okay, so 2 theta you have to calculate. You know the expression, that is 2 into lambda by A. The values are there because lambda is there. Lambda is 2 centimeters, which can be converted to meter, 2 into 10 power minus 2 meters. Then the width of the slit is given, A equal to 4 centimeter, which is 4 into 10 power minus 2 meters, isn't it? Then direct substitution only, that is 2 into, lambda is 2 into 10 power minus 2 divided by 4 into 10 power minus 2. So you will get the answer in radian. Okay, so in this way also the question will be asked, angular spread, which means 2 theta only, that is 2 into lambda by A. Clear? Now we will check one question which is normally asked, and it's an application question only. So what is the difference in diffraction pattern at a single slit due to monochromatic light and white light? Okay. Normally we say that monochromatic light should be used. Suppose if you are using white light, is there any difference in the diffraction pattern obtained in the screen? That is what we are going to discuss. Only a single point, just keep it in mind. Okay, so for monochromatic light, if you are using monochromatic light, you will be getting alternate dark and bright bands. Alternate dark and bright bands on the screen. And what about the width? Since it is diffraction, it is unequal width, isn't it? Unequal width. And the central maximum or the central fringe will be having the maximum intensity, and as the distance increases from the central point towards the both sides, you can see that the intensity will decrease. You know that. This is the case for monochromatic. Suppose if you are using white light, instead of monochromatic light, you will get a diffraction pattern which is colored. That means you will not get this alternate dark and bright bands there. Instead, you will get colored pattern there. Okay, and in that case, the central fringe will be white in color. Central fringe will be white in color, but the other bands will be colored. Clear? Other bands will be colored. Okay, so this is a good question, so keep it in mind. And also you can see that the bandwidth is proportional to lambda. So that is when the lambda increases, the bandwidth also increases. So if you are sending a white light, means there will be 7 colors in the order VIBGYOR, or suppose this is the order. Red has the maximum wavelength. So since red has the maximum wavelength, you will obtain the bandwidth for red as wider than the bandwidth of violet light. Okay, because the colors will be there in different bands, different colors will be there, and the red bandwidth will be greater than the or wider than the violet bandwidth, since bandwidth is proportional to lambda. Okay, so that also you can note it. Very good question. Now we will discuss certain difference between interference and diffraction. Okay, this is also a usually asked question for board exams. Interference and diffraction. What are the differences between interference and diffraction? So first of all, as you have seen, you can see in interference pattern you are getting equally spaced bright and dark bands. Equally spaced bright and dark bands in the case of interference, isn't it? While in the case of diffraction, you will get a central maximum which is bright, and then the intensity falls, isn't it? Intensity decreases or intensity falls as we move or as we go to the successive minima or maxima away from the center on the either side, isn't it? So these are the points, first point related to interference and diffraction. Then I told that interference is actually what? The superposing of the wave fronts from two slits. Clear? That is from two slits, the interference or the superposition of wave fronts. Clear? Here we are using a single slit, and it is actually the superposition of the secondary wavelets. Superposition of the secondary wavelets, which is originating from each and every point of that source. Okay, single slit. So in that single slit there are large number of points, and each point will act as a source of secondary disturbance. As a result, you will the superposition or the diffraction pattern is actually due to the superposition of the secondary wavelets. Okay. So these are the main two differences. Again, if you are explaining with respect to intensity, you can say that in interference you can see that the intensity is same, isn't it? Intensity remains same. Here we have discussed here anyway. Once again, Here the intensity is not at all same. Intensity of bright bands is not same in the case of diffraction. Okay. Now next one is in the case of interference, we told that we are getting alternate dark and bright bands, and the dark bands that you are getting are perfectly dark. Okay, that is, the dark bands will be perfectly dark, so that the intensity is 0. Intensity will become 0. Okay, but in the case of diffraction, you can say that the intensity of the dark bands of diffraction pattern is not 0. It is not perfectly dark. That is, the intensity of the dark bands is not 0. Clear? Okay. Also the bandwidth, that's what we explained in the first point. Bandwidth is same for interference. Bandwidth is same, that is equally spaced. Bandwidth is same, but in the case of diffraction, the width is not same. Clear? So these are the points. You can note down the points, and this is also a very good question, that is to find or list out the differences between interference and diffraction pattern, or distinction between diffraction and interference. Okay, so go through all the questions and be clear with the concept. Theory should be thorough with you, so that it will be easy for you to do the numericals. So in the next class, we'll be moving to a new chapter. So have a nice day and thank you.